even my social media, being an influencer, that counts as a job. My social media, there's not one thing posted about the crime on my social media. How am I profiting off of the crime? Because that's what I'm known for. I'm trying to change that. If people would just give me the chance to prove that, hey, I can go from being known, infamous, to being known for doing something better with her life. And that's my point on social media.
Today, we have yet another chapter in the ongoing drama of Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Now, just when you think she couldn't make things messier for herself, Gypsy has managed to level up her name of shutting down criticism in the most unbelievable way. Let's break it all down together. Grab your popcorn because this is about to get wild. So here's the deal. Gypsy Rose Blanchard is just not having it anymore when it comes to people calling her out. And by not having it, I mean she's out here trying to silence anyone who dares to speak against her. And how is she doing this? Well, she's got her PR team working overtime, yo. We're talking copyright strikes, reporting accounts, and even creating fake profiles that leave positive comments under her posts. It's like Gypsy's personal army of internet soldiers fighting off any negative remark.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard filed a false copyright claim against my YouTube channel, thus resulting in my channel getting a strike. I know some of you may already know this by now. I also posted a video going over this on my YT channel, but the most insane part of all of this is that in order for me to appeal this strike, I have to provide Gypsy Rose Blanchard with all of my personal information, my first and last name, my address, my phone number, all of it, because YouTube does not have the ability to uphold a copyright claim. So if I want to appeal it, then Gypsy would have like 7 to 10 business days to file a lawsuit and take me to court. So they need that personal information in case that happens, which is absolutely insane. Why are we allowing this? I could see people doing this just to try to gain personal information about people. Also, very strange that it only happened to me and Nina when there are much more and much larger YouTube channels that have posted content of Gypsies, yet only me and Nina got copyright strike.
But now it looks like she's taken it a step further. Yeah, she's got into some people's inboxes directly to silence them. Like, talk about getting personal. Oh, and let's not forget that rumor mill. Apparently, Gypsy attended a game recently because her ex, Ryan, had posted that he'd be there. Now, is that confirmed? No. But the speculation is definitely out there. And honestly, it is not doing her any favors. It just makes her look even worse. We're unpacking all these messy details, so stay with me. Alright, so let's talk about this TikToker named Nadatha Walker. Nadatha recently came forward to expose a text message she got from Gypsy, and let me tell you, it was a lot. In this message, Gypsy was basically bragging about how she got out and blew up, while Nadatha did not. That is right, straight up taunting her. Now, from what I gathered, this kinda suggests that they met in prison or something, but that's not confirmed. Maybe Nadatha was in prison too, or maybe they just knew each other from before. Either way, Gypsy's whole "I got out and blew up and you didn't comment" really implies some sort of shared experience. Just my opinion though. If I'm wrong, feel free to correct me. So here is what Gypsy wrote in her text, word for word. "Hey, so I know you have been making videos about me and you're just mad because I got out and blew up and you didn't. I'm not gonna write a lot here so you can use it against me, but whatever friendship we had is dead, and whatever I do with my life is my business." I mean, wow, the audacity, right? And you can tell this really hurt Nadatha because she made a whole video about it and she was clearly done. She said that after that particular message, she was over it and wouldn't be posting about Gypsy anymore. To her, it was like talking to a child, and she felt like she was just wasting her time. Nadatha's video wasn't long, barely 4 minutes, but it was powerful. She started by saying that she never wanted anything bad for Gypsy, just that she hoped she'd use her platform for good. And she made it very clear that she had never said anything negative about Gypsy before. Then she got into what friendship really means. She said friendship means that you care about the direction the person is going, and she added, "You say our friendship is dead, but we never really had one to begin with because we were just acquaintances." Nadatha wasn't holding back. And then, she got real about Gypsy and the media. She said that The media always portrays people in a way that's not entirely accurate, and that she got her first real taste of that with Gypsy. She straight up called up Gypsy a joke, y'all. You guys, you are supporting someone who is a joke, she said. Someone who has absolutely no interest in you whatsoever, but to take your money and hear you praise. Someone who is completely self-absorbed. She did not mince words there.
The only thing I wanted for you, Gypsy, was nothing negative, nothing bad. It was just for you to use your platform for good. This will actually be my last Gypsy video because after this, I'm gonna stop. Because it's a waste of my time. It's like talking to a child. You know what I mean? Because in none of my videos did I say anything offensive to you whatsoever. Honestly, friendship means that you care about the direction a person is going. And you said our friendship is dead, but we never really had one to begin with because we were just acquaintances. The media portrays people as something that they're not all the time. And I guess I got my real first glimpse of what that looked like with the whole Gypsy Rose shenanigans. You guys are supporting somebody who's a joke. You're supporting someone who has absolutely no interest in you whatsoever but to take your money and to hear your, what's the word I'm looking for, praise. Who's completely self-absorbed. Who was old enough and had so many opportunities to get away. And I don't even know what the system was thinking. I really don't, because like I said, if we're gonna release her, then why are we not releasing other women that are in there? She is not who you think she is.
Another TikTok and inner beauty influencer tagged the video, and oh boy, did the comments come rolling in. One user said, Nadatha Walker is spot on about her, and more people are realizing who the real Gypsy is, self-absorbed and only cares about money and praise. Another comment read, Gypsy is a narcissist. The end. And yet another person wrote, I see Gypsy as politics. A lot of red flags come up, but no one seems to care. Wrong is right. Nothing makes sense anymore. Someone else even suggested changing the intro to The Act on Hulu from Best on True Events to Best on Live Events. The comments just keep coming, y'all. One person added, if Gypsy really has grown and matured, she wouldn't pay any mind to what people say, but clearly she hasn't. I'm just waiting for her to really mess up and go back where she belongs. Ouch. Gypsy clearly wants to be this untouchable public figure who only gets positive comments. But with her past and even her present, it's just not going to happen. Speaking of Gypsy trying to control the narrative, let's talk about this whole LSU game situation. So recently, Gypsy posted a video of herself and Ken, her current boyfriend, and the father of her unborn child, attending an LSU game. This post definitely caught people's attention, mainly because neither Gypsy nor Ken really have any history of being football fans. But what really raised eyebrows was that Ryan, her soon-to-be ex-husband, had posted just the day before that he'd be attending the same game. Of course, this sparked a lot of questions. Did she go there just to run into Ryan? Was this all some sort of petty move? Honestly, the whole thing just felt very calculated. Now, when Gypsy posted her video, she did not get any negative comments on it, likely because her PR team was busy deleting them. But there was one comment that slipped through where someone asked, did you see Ryan there too? Gypsy replied saying, we didn't run into him. He was so crowded. I didn't even know he was going until last night after I got tickets to the game. She even added a couple of eyeball and hands covering face emojis like, okay, Gypsy, sure. This just did not sit right with people. I mean, if she's known Ryan for as long as she has, she would know how much he loves these games. One person commented, I think the only reason GRB went to that game was to hopefully come across Ryan and stir up drama between him and Ken. It seems like almost everything she does is for clicks and views. She's just gross. Another comment read, Gypsy isn't even watching the game. She's just looking around the crowd with her bloody selfie stick, trolling for Ryan. I thought she said she was going to disguise herself in public now. Instead, she's got her glasses off, constantly filming herself and checking out the crowd to see if everyone's eyes are upon her. And then, when a photo surfaced of the couple at the game, it showed Kane walking way ahead of Gypsy. I mean, she's supposed to be pregnant, right? Shouldn't he be next to her? This also led to speculation, with one commenter saying, Ken is not walking next to her because he doesn't care about her. Pretty obvious. Another added, more than likely embarrassed because he's walking with a literal murderer. Yikes, people were not holding back. Honestly, at this point, it feels like Gypsy is doing more harm to herself than anyone else could. She's out here making public appearances, trying to portray this happy-go-lucky life, but the cracks are showing. And the way she shuts down anyone who even remotely tries to hold her accountable is just wild. I mean, if you want to be a public figure, you have to be open to criticism. That is part of the job. But clearly, Gypsy hasn't gotten that memo. So now, I want to hear from you. Do you think Gypsy has taken it too far by sliding into people's inboxes to silence them? And what about her comment in that exposed text saying she got out and blew up? Do you think she's really blowing up in a good way? Or is she just blowing it for all the wrong reasons? Until next time, loves, stay safe and stay tuned for more tea.